Hey there, it's Grace Gooley, and on this episode of Around the Ozarks Community Corner, I am with a dear friend of mine from one of my son's favorite places. I am with Hunter Bartelt from the Discovery Center of Springfield. So, Hunter, thank you for joining me today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, so we're just going to talk about what's going on with the Discovery Center in general. Yeah. First thing, anyone who has gone to Discovery Town, there has been some construction going on recently, right? What's going on there?
So, a couple weeks ago, we just opened our new Fire Station 3.14. This was a partnership with the City of Springfield Fire Department. We put in a new custom 12-foot fire truck and lots of interactives around it. But that's really just the beginning. We've got lots planned up in Discovery Town. So right now we're currently working with Adam Grady, H.C. Rogers, and Obelisk Home on a brand new custom pretend playhouse. So you may remember the older one. They actually completely tore that down like all the way to the studs and are building a custom designed interior with all new stuff inside.
That's awesome.
And that'll be opening in the next couple weeks. That's super awesome. And then after that, we're working with Mercy, and we will be working on a pediatric clinic to replace the Discovery Town Surgery Center.
Oh, wow. That's really awesome. I love that. The fact that it's a pediatric clinic just makes it even better.
And that's really got like two goals. So we want kids to think about, careers in healthcare as a thing that they could do. I mean, that's one of the largest employers here in the area is healthcare. But we also want kids to like see this medical equipment, like we are going to have a miniature MRI, for instance.
Yeah. Oh, and that's fancy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a real MRI, just a prop one. But we want really kids to think like, oh, if they have to do that thing, they've seen a teddy bear do it. And so it's not scary anymore.
Yeah. That's awesome that you can have all the different angles of that being so helpful.
Yeah,
that's
we've got a couple other projects that'll be further out, but hopefully by the time summer hits, it'll be all new up in there.
That's really awesome. So another really cool thing that's happening with the Discovery Center is that you guys have been selected as a NASA partner, which is a huge deal. Yeah. So just tell me a little bit about what that partnership means.
Yeah, so we were selected by NASA as the STEM innovator for our region. And I'm really proud of that, not just for Discovery Center, but for Springfield, because it wasn't St. Louis, it wasn't Kansas City, it's us, it's Springfield.
Yeah.
We're the only ones in the state that get that.
That's really awesome.
So we'll be working with NASA over the next 3 years. And we'll be focusing on the Moon to Mars mission architecture. Basically, the idea that we're going back to the moon on the Artemis missions. That's happened in the 2030s. We're going to build a moon base, and then we're going to use that moon base to throw rockets at Mars.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean, like the level of technology going into it is insane.
Yeah. But
the people who will be solving the problems that get us to Mars are like 4 years old now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what we're working on with NASA is developing classroom curriculum. So a series of 10 lessons, professional development for educators so they can deploy those lessons, and then an exhibit that can be put up in like school libraries or community centers to get kids thinking about what challenges they'll have to be able to solve to go to space.
That is crazy. It's so awesome to think about. Is there anything like interactive happening at the Discovery Center?
Yeah, so that exhibit we'll have one on permanent display at the Discovery Center, but then it'll also be, with this funding from NASA, we'll be able to get it out to some other community partners, not just here in Springfield, but all over the Ozarks. And same thing with those lessons. We'll be able to get those out to schools here locally. And if this program is successful over the next 3 years, kind of at the regional scale, we'll have the opportunity to do this at the national scale. So seeing that Made in Springfield stamp all over the country.
Yeah, all over the country. That is a huge deal. So that's really awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, and then one more thing, and lots of things coming to the Discovery Center. The Building Kids Gallery.
Yeah.
So tell me what that is and what that's all about.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge new gallery for us. So it'll actually be a freestanding 3-story structure inside our building. And like the stuff we've done in Discovery Town, each one, like the fire station, for instance, has maybe 5 or 6 interactive components with it. This will have tons of that, tons more than that, because it's going to be so large in scale. But this is going to be a home that's under construction that visitors can then learn about how a house gets built. So they'll get to do hands-on activities that are related to building a house, see everything that goes into building a house. A lot of people don't think of all the stuff that has to happen for that. Yeah.
And I really love that because I don't think a lot of people think construction necessarily when they think of like STEM and science and like all like the fact that you guys are bringing that element into that as well. It's like you're hitting all the all of the topics.
Yeah, but I mean, construction totally is STEM work.
Yeah.
Like, and when we talk to like folks around the community that hire for that sort of thing, they say to us that they're missing a workforce that has those STEM literacy skills that they need to be able to do that job. I mean, even just being able to do read a tape measure, read a level, things like that.
Yeah.
So kids will get to do that hands-on. And this is not only demonstrative in what goes into building a house, which I think is kind of interesting, but we also really want kids thinking about careers in the trades. So like there's been some research on this. Kids decide what kind of person they are by like age 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like I'm a music person, I'm a math person, I'm a science person.
Yeah.
And there was also some research done looking at like what people see as viable careers. And so out of all the families surveyed that had high school aged kids, something like 95% of them thought that going into the trades was a viable career, but only like 20% had ever considered doing that career themselves. And I think that a big part of why that is because we have some really excellent programs, but they're hitting high schoolers. And that's, you know, those kids have already made up their mind.
Yeah.
So we need to get kids thinking that this is a thing that they could be doing here much earlier. So, and, you know, kids learn through play. So they'll get to play with these things and see it hands-on. And that's the number one reason that people don't want to go into a career in the trades is because they don't actually know what it entails. So getting to see that in kind of a low-pressure, playful way, we think will help impact that.
I think so, too. And it's cool that you said, because I've never really thought about that. I remember when I was a kid, I always thought I was going to be an artist. But, like, really, baseline, I just knew I wanted to be creative in some form. So now knowing, I'm like, you know what? I think I did decide a little bit of this early on. So that is crazy.
I mean, like that thing of like, I've asked people, when did you know that this is the career you wanted to do? And most people that I've asked that, it's like between 4 and 7, they knew they wanted to do something adjacent to what they're currently doing. And so we want to show kids that this is a viable thing that they can do, they can contribute. And we really want to use this to build kind of the sense of place here in Springfield. Because we have incredibly talented people here, but we also have a problem with shipping those incredibly talented people off to bigger cities. We want people to think that this is a thing that they can develop here, and then they can, you know, they grew up playing here, they learned here, and then we want them to stay here and work here so that they contribute to our region.
Hold on to them.
Yeah, exactly. We need those talented people.
Absolutely. Well, Hunter, thank you so much. We have so many amazing things going on at the Discovery Center, and if you want to check out their website, it's discoverycenter.org. You have like monthly events, right? You have a lot of things going on.
We have stuff going all the time, especially in the summer. We have stuff nearly every week, but throughout the school year, at least every month. Like next up on our calendar, we have lab coats and tiaras, which is kind of showing girls that they can be in STEM and doing some cool stuff with princesses. And then we've got 21 Up fundraiser coming up March 7th called Cirque du Discovery. So we'll have circus performers and science experiments and an open bar.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, lots of things happening. So if you want to check them out, you can check them out at discoverycenter.org. Again, Hunter, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much.